have chosen wisely.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Instead of eyes up here, how about eyes right here? Because today I've got for you guys the MMS 812 Superman and Krypto from Hot Toys. So let's get it open. Take a look. It was a lovely clear slipcase, which I'm showing you, but the glare is just crazy. But you can see the S embossed on there, and then Superman and Krypto right there. So I pulled that off prior to film, but I have not opened it. Besides to do this, and it's huge. The box is huge, so I apologize about the. But here we got the look up in the sky, and inside is Clark, Krypto, the base, all the accessories. So let's get everything out and take a closer look. Okay. So here he is out of the packaging, Krypto, all of his accessories. There's not a lot. Really, the base is the main accessory for this set. So let's take a closer look at it. Pull it forward a little bit, pick her up. Nice little Fortress of Solitude with the blue and white translucent crystals. A light up feature would have gone a long way. They could have left this bottom plate off, and there's room down there for light up. But you've got several options for display. I don't want to move him too much. Well, I'll just pick it up and show you. So first and foremost, these crystals are strategically placed. You've got this one right here, that plugs in, leads a spot. Now, one thing, Hot Toys, you know better. They gave us one of these, not a crotch grabber, but this waist clamp. These things are death to figures over time because they're too tight, and any kind of rubbing, they will rub into the fabric and damage outfits. So this is no bueno. So they did come up with an alternate solution, which we're going to talk about. So that's what this little crystal's for. If you wanted to plug that in, I have ordered a regular crotch grabber from eBay, and actually showing up today, which I'm going to plug in there to use for him to stand on. The other option is right up here, and this crystal is removable, okay? And you'll see on the top here, there was a slot. The slot can be used one of two ways. You can place this little filler in there to fill it in, right? Or this is amazing, and this is something I can't believe they haven't thought of before. This magnet, and guys, let me tell you, this magnet is strong, and I'm going to demonstrate it here in a minute. Let me zoom out a little bit. Just want to give you an idea of how tough this thing is. I'm not showing off the figure just yet, but watch hang on. Get this in front of you. Hold on. Sorry. I want you to see and that thing is on there. I'm not posing him, obviously, but he's not going anywhere. And even trying to release it, a magnet is tough. And that is a very cool feature, Hot Toys. Well done. So you screw the pooch with this holder and then make up for it slightly with the magnetic. So again, depending on your display and your height requirements, you may not be able to use that, so you plug that cap in and it plugs it right off. You can also, just like I said earlier, remove that piece and just use the basic base and stand him in there if you have, if space is an issue. And I haven't posed this thing yet. Excuse me. So let's take a look at the other things that come with it. So the crystals, the magnet, he comes with several sets of hands. The opened, relaxed hands are what was on the figure. When I opened it, I switched it out for the fists. You also get a couple of flying hands. And this, I don't know what he's doing here. Grabbing, gesturing. But it's cool. It's the face hugger hand. So let's take a look at Krypto, the Wonder Mutt. Comes a little stand. Here's my thing. I think it looks okay. It's shiny. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but in person it looks like it's plastic. It would have done well for a flat coat on the fur everywhere, except for the eyes and the nose. You know, they need to leave those so you can see a little bit of light reflecting in the eye. So he looks okay. The collar is just sculpted one piece on there. The cape is wired, so that's nice. You can, and he will stand without the stand, but I think it would have been better off if they would have had him in a sitting position, so you can just sit him next to, because you don't want him to have to be flying all the time. So I may find a way to put him behind. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet. So I guess this is the main accessory. And of course it just plugs right into the bottom here. All right. Star of the show, David Cornsweat as Kal-El. Let's get him in here. And the first thing I want to show you is this head sculpt. The promotional photos, initially I wasn't on board. I didn't like it. I thought he looked too jacked up, too big. In hand, it's a lot better, I will say. I think the likeness is really good. Obviously, like all these figures, it's better from certain angles. But I wanted to bring him up front here, and I found one picture online, which I'm going to post here on the right. And you tell me if I can get him focused better. I think they did a really good job. I think that's the best angle. And of course, it's got the moving eyes. I just left him kind of a straight ahead stare. They did a little S curl. And the profile, he looks great. There's a wire running down both sides of the cape and the bottom. That's why it's wrinkled like that. Let's take a look at the outfit. Is that collar? The S looks like it's a separate piece on there. These little markings here are all screen printed on the outfit, which is a stretchy spandex, which is good. Got the trunks, the belt. Again, wasn't a fan. The first pictures I saw online of the David in the suit, I was like, I'm not a fan of the trunks. I guess I was just used to the Henry Cavill one piece, and we're going to bring him out here and at the end and compare our Superman. This is same. It's like almost like a rubber that's transferred onto the back of the cape, so that's nice. Soup's button, and they continue that pattern all the way like it was in the movie. Okay. Moving on down to the boots, and this is another, kudos to Hot Toys for this. No split cut, no solid piece, but there's a joint inside. These are soft rubber, so look, you can get regular articulation on a regular looking boot without breaking up the costume with a split cut. So that's a plus. Huge plus. Let me get him on the flight stand. Let me do that. Let me set something up and show you what he looks like on utilizing that magnet, and then we'll bring out some other figures to compare. All right, stick around. All right, so I've got the magnetic part of the base in there. I'm going to put him in the pose that I'm looking for, initial flight pose. So let's first start off by getting that head looking up. Right, looks up a pretty decent amount. Maybe a click or so in the back. I'm going to move his arms back just a little bit. And then what I like to do is bend the one leg forward, bend the knee, dip that foot down, and then the other foot down like this. So that's basically, and the magnet works right through the cape. There's I guess the metal plates right back here. You'll see. I'm going to bring him in close, and you watch. Boom. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. You can move them a little bit left and right. And again, I haven't really futzed with the cape, but look at that. The magnets, I have no problem. If I had the room, leave it. Look at it. I'm trying to shake it. You guys enjoy the hockey, the Olympics on there. Canada and Germany going at it. Anyway, there he is, David Cornsweat, James Gunn's Superman. This is a great figure. I gotta say, I had trepidation at first. Like I said, the pre-orders came out. I didn't do it. I wasn't super happy with the photos that they posted initially. Then, as the figure was released, I watched a bunch of reviews. Some guys that I really like. Justin's collection is the one that I go to all the time, and don't agree with him all the time, but a lot of it I do. And this one, he kind of sold it to me, and I'm glad I listened. And it's going to go great with my other Supermen. Let's bring a couple more of them. I'm going to take him off the base, stand him up, and bring a couple more guys out just for comparison, okay? All right, so now I've got him out here next to the Hot Toys Christopher Reeves. This figure's 11 years old, a Grail, and in fantastic shape, and great looking, just scaled down a little too small. They weren't making the figures quite as large back in the day. I mean, Chris is, I believe, 6'4", the same height as David Cornsweet, and so obviously you can see. Now we're going to bring out a Henry Cavill for comparison. All right, there's the in-art Henry Cavill, and it looks great. There's a big difference in the, well, obviously he's on his base, and Christopher Reeve just has this shorter, so it makes the height difference look even worse. Let me just stand him up. This has got a magnetic base. So even here, Cornsweet's just a little bit taller. But this is in-art figure. Again, these are two Hot Toys. In-art's great. They give you a wired cape and a draped cape. The figure's a little bit pale, where sometimes Hot Toys swings the other way and makes him a little too tan, but I'm okay with the skin tone. I think he's a little pale, but the rest of the outfit's fantastic. So there you go. Hot Toys, David Cornsweet, Superman, and Krypto, hanging out with the original OG. And for a lot of people, they're new, or this is my Superman. I'm really fond of the Cavill, and I'm warming up to this guy. I've seen the movie now a few times. It's been on HBO, and there's some things about that story that I don't like, but as far as what job he did, I think he did great, and I'm looking forward to seeing his further adventures. So there you go. Hot Toys, Superman and Krypto, hot off the press. I'm going to take a picture on the shelf with everybody, and I'll post that at the end of the video, so which we're pretty much there. So stick around for that. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to all Gary's Grails content. I post new toy hunts every Saturday. Actually, there's one in the editing room right now, and then new figures like these as they arrive. So I appreciate you guys, all your loyalty. It is not unnoticed and is very much appreciated. So thanks so much. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Gary from Gary's Grails reminding you once again, your Grails are out there. Go find them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And as promised, here's my current gallery of Supermen. Thanks for watching.